How fast things change sometimes. Here in Kimni and Giliri villages in Bauchi State, in the northeastern Nigeria, nights are no longer dark, and the light is not coming from candles and hurricane lanterns. The small hydropower project located in neighboring Wire is now switched on from time to time, and the people are happy about the new lease life has brought on. Kimni and Giliri are beneficiaries of the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO's Small Hydropower SHP effort, in partnership with the Energy Commission of Nigeria. The project, modeled after the Hangzhou initiative in the People's Republic of China, has become a veritable tool for powering up remote communities not yet linked to the national grid. But beyond the immediate gains from lighting up the environment, the Wire SHP is a project now truly in the life of the people. Suleiman Dauda is indeed a happy man. Before the Wire electricity scheme was switched on, his dream of raising a fish pond was big in the mind, but small in prospects of putting it on the ground. His is still a small holding compared to the fish farming effort in these parts. But Suleiman's joy stems from the relative ease with which he can now bring in some fingerlings and plot a clear path to the day he can sell his stock or cook a well-groomed fish for a tasty meal.
We have a cage in the dam itself, and while we are using water also to pump into our ponds for where we stock our fish, and the light itself, because generally any industry or company without light, there will be a little problems. But I think it has been assisting us very well, because all the time they come here to give us light, but we only want more assistance from them.
Just as well, the SHP has improved the life of the rural dwellers as its driving force. In the case of the Wire project, a careful study had identified it as one of the over 250 potential sites for the small hydropower project. The Wire project involves 2 plants of 75 kilowatts each. On good authority, the facility would meet the electricity needs of the beneficiaries.
The Energy Commission of Nigeria entered into agreement with the International Center for Hydropower based in Hangzhou, China, and signed a memorandum of understanding for promotion of small hydropower in Nigeria on behalf of the Nigerian government. The beauty of hydropower lies in the fact that it requires very little maintenance, and the conventional fuel is nothing but the water. And so it is something that so far is the cheapest power supply source all over the world.
The energy source is easily renewable, and the environment is not threatened in any way.
We have developed a comprehensive small hydro program for Nigeria with a partnership with the Energy Commission of Nigeria. We started it in 2002. The fundamental philosophy behind UNIDO's program is to provide access to affordable energy to rural populations, especially in the developing world. Without adequate availability and affordability of energy, no economic development can happen in the rural areas.
So, good times these are for Kimni and Giliri. A little stroll in the communities reveals further improved livelihood for rural dwellers, savoring the joy of living within their native environment without the feeling that they are missing out on the lures of cosmopolitan life. Ladi Goma is a woman well beyond middle age. She owns and operates a grinding machine in Kimni. Each time the wire plant is switched on, the woman sees good opportunity to operate her machine at practically no cost to her. The cost of doing business has greatly reduced since the coming on stream of the wire SHP. Running a private generator continuously is practically unthinkable given the demands of fueling and maintenance. At the moment, the SHP is only in a few communities in Enugu and Bauchi states in Nigeria. But given the good number of sites practically begging for harnessing across the country, many more are likely to be powered up in a few years as the partnership between UNIDO and government grows. Bauchi state authorities funded the transmission and distribution of power from the wire plant to Kimni and Giliri communities.
Well, the expectation of the Bauchi state government is to alleviate poverty through the provision of that light, which they did, so that it will give people a chance to do some small trades, which will boost their financial capacities. And then through the irrigation, as we are talking about, you know what it means when the irrigation activities pick up so much, definitely that will translate to very good economic activities.
UNIDO is happy to be part of it all. Fleeting fingers on the keyboard. For the UNIDO helmsman in Nigeria, a lot of work lies ahead regarding more SHP presence in the country. But where there is a will, there is a way.
Major aim of this small hydropower project is to develop the rural electrification, and the Bauchi projects, Enugu project can really demonstrate how the people in the rural area can benefit from the small hydropower electric generations. You have observed already in the Bauchi, and this film will show local community people in the rural area can really receive the electric power, and they change their lifestyle drastically from this small hydropower generation, electric generation. This is the main issue. We'd like to express our merit of the small hydropower. In addition to that, how can we link the electric generation to the productive sector?
UNIDO stands ready to continue the journey towards better life for the people, working with governments and institutions on such a scale that the Human Development Index goes a few notches higher on the ladder for these beneficiaries. And the likes of Yunusa Umar know the truth of this argument. Eager hands on an electric sewing machine, Yunusa's joy of powering up his tool of trade from the wire electricity scheme knows no bounds. And why would it, when the cost of getting the job done is now greatly reduced for him? Kimni and Giliri have seen the light of the partnership between UNIDO, the Energy Commission of Nigeria, and Bauchi state authorities. It is heartwarming to note that hundreds of communities can become part of this great effort, and that though the chances of their dream becoming reality are not as easy as switching on the electric bulb, there are indeed great hopes that their lives will soon see more light.